I doubt that's You've worked your way up pretty fast. Well done, man.
You're very probably right. Some people never learn. I'm not. Hang on. Better not go rushing in.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
You've got used to our ways pretty fast. Welcome to the guards.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. You're very probably right. But keep it to yourself, people. You're very probably right.
Listen to all the blathering.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
For Gomez!
I'd like to buy a map.
Sure! What are you thinking of? The more you can see on a map, the more expensive it is.
If you think, thought that had been cleared up ages ago. That's what I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
People always talk.
If you think, people always talk. Like to be in his shoes, though.
People always talk.
Man, thought that had been cleared up ages ago. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. You have to watch what you tell people. You have to watch what you tell people.
Something about that story after all.
It's obviously you're in trouble ahead. Don't listen to all the blathering. Maybe. You have to watch what you tell people. People always talk. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. You better keep out of it. Maybe there's something about that story after all.
Would like to be in his shoes, though. People always talk.
I'm not listening.
There was a time when things. People always talk.
For Gomez!
That's not really my problem.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
Don't listen to him. That's really not the trouble. Maybe. Rushing into anything. People always talk.
I'm not. If you think.
People always talk.
Same old story.
I'm listening to all the blathering.
If you think.
Must be something. Anything. If you think.
somebody and you were in trouble. That's how it goes. There must be something about that story after all. Same old story every time. People always talk. Some people never learn.
Hello?
I just thought I'd report in.
Good. I like being kept up to date.
The Great Invocation has taken place.
You have done well. Let me pass!
Some people nip.
Same old story every time. People always talk.
Some people never learn.
I thought that would have been clarified a long time ago.
Am I now strong enough to fight against you?
No, your strength is insufficient. You're no opponent for me.
I thought that had been cleared up, April.
It was obvious there was trouble.
Listen to your blathering anymore.
Hey, hands off!
You should.
Let's talk about something else instead.
What do you want?
I'll be seeing you.
May the sleeper enlighten you.
What happens now?
The vision was very vague. It brought us more riddles than answers. But one thing was perfectly clear. I saw an orc in a cave. There is an old abandoned orcish place of worship nearby. The orcs used to bury their dead there. That's why we call this system of caves the Orc Cemetery. The guru Baal Lukor has gone there with some Templars. Maybe we'll find something there to help us understand the vision. I need somebody to have a look around that place and to report to me about the situation.
Why don't you go yourself? You are the leader of the Templars.
My task is to protect the Enlightened One. I must stay here with Iberian and guard him. You have done good service for the camp. I trust you more than anybody else here. I'm asking you to go to the Orc Cemetery and report to me what the Templars have found.
I'll get on my way right now.
Before you go, take this ring. May it protect you in battle.
Where is the Orc Cemetery?
Not far from here. The novice Talus knows the way. You'll find him in the temple courtyard. He'll guide you there.
Always talk. You have to watch what you tell people.
That won't happen again. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
That wasn't very clever.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
You're very probably
That's
right.
how it goes. Hang on.
Cor Angar sent me. He said you should take me to the Orc Cemetery so I can find Baal Lukor and his Templars.
So I'm the gopher again. Damn. I just should never have lost that almanac. Well then, come with me.
You're very I'm not listening to...
Let's talk about
That won't happen again.
same old school. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I'm not taking you across this bridge. I don't want to commit suicide. You must be mad to go in there. Even Baal Lukor and his Templars didn't get out again.
We'll see what happens. Go back to the camp. I'll be there later.
Thanks for your help. You really arrived in the last moment.
Cor Angar sent me. Have you found any sign of the sleeper?
Not so far. But what about Iberian? Has he come to yet?
No, he's still unconscious.
We need to solve the riddle of these caves. After all these dreadful losses, I can't go back to the community empty-handed. But my fighting skills are limited, and the orcs don't react to my magic spells like the gullible people in the old camp do. If our brotherhood sent you, maybe you could help me with the further investigation of this tomb.
I came across some dead Templars on the way here. What happened?
Master Cor Angar sent us here to investigate the caves. We expected to find nothing but stuffy graves and half-decomposed mummies. Suddenly, the darkness shifted and there were orcs everywhere. I don't know what they're looking for here, but their appearing here is more than unusual.
Where are the other Templars?
Dead. I unwittingly led them to their destruction. I hope the sleeper will pardon me.
I'll help you.
Good. Excellent. There are 3 tunnels leading out of this hall. We should search them all. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
The worst shit.
As long as I'm
For Gomez.
You told me I could.
And that's for Gomez.
I want to learn how to handle a two-handed sword.
Okay, let's go through the basics first. Hold the sword in a horizontal position. You'll need more swing to attack your opponent with such a heavy weapon. Raise your arm and swing it straight down. That's usually enough to knock the opponent down. Use the momentum of the weapon to bring it straight back up again. Two-handed swords are ideal for coordinating side hits to keep opponents at a distance. That should do to begin with. Have a practice.
I can't find a thing.
We'll need to search the 3 tunnels. We can't go on here. Maybe these niches bear hints.
There is a torn piece of parchment here.
It looks like an Orcish spell scroll, but it's been torn in two. There must be another half somewhere.
I found a piece of parchment.
Very good. It's the other half of the Orcish spell scroll.
What do we do with the two pieces now?
The two halves match, but I can't translate these Orcish signs. Hang on. This is interesting.
Well, I can't find anything interesting in this place.
Be silent and take a look at the ornamental runes in this cave. Yeah, these should suffice to translate the two halves of the parchment. I have it. It's a teleportation spell. It seems that it can only unfold its powers in a certain place. Strange. This place has a special aura. The aura of the hidden.
This hall reminds me of the image in the vision.
The vision. We're very close to our target. Behind this wall. That must be it. My magic powers are still very weak. Use the Orcish teleportation spell here, in front of this wall. Found the hidden place. My instincts have not deceived me.
And does the answer to the strange invocation of the sleeper really lie here? It looks more like another burial chamber to me.
We need to proceed. Go ahead. I'll follow you. No! This can't be true. There's nothing here but dust and bones. No! Master, speak to me. Sleeper, reveal yourself. No!
That was it. Now he's gone completely crazy.
This is all your fault. Your unholy presence has enraged the almighty Sleeper. Now I shall have to suffer for your sacrilegious behavior. I need to make a sacrifice for the Master, a human sacrifice. Then he'll be sure to enlighten me and make me his servant. Die, infidel! Yeah!
You won't have much time to be sorry for it.
There must be something about that. Keep out of it. But keep it to yourself. That.
That won't happen.
Better not go rushing into anything.
I've come to collect my...
Here! Same old story every time. You're very probably right. Rely on somebody and you're...
I've been to the Orc Cemetery. There was nothing there. No sleeper, no sign, no nothing.
What about Baal Lucor and the Templars?
They're all dead.
Dead? But why? What happened?
The entire cave system is teeming with orcs. They killed all of the Templars. Baal Lucor and myself survived, but suddenly Baal Lucor went mad. He screamed that the sleeper had ordered him to kill me, and he intended to obey this order.
It would appear he couldn't handle the fact that he hadn't found anything. I don't believe that the influence of the sleeper can cause such violent deeds. It cannot. Irrelevant. The most important thing is that Baal Lucor did not succeed in his madness. Iberion is our only hope now.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
How is Iberion doing?
He won't wake of his own accord, and he is growing weaker and weaker. I know how to wake him up, but I need your help.
What do you want me to do?
Get me the healing herbs from the swamp. 5 of the strongest kind should be sufficient. Please, hurry.
something about that story. There must be something about that story after all.
You're very probably right. But keep it to yourself.
I doubt that's ever likely to change. Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. Maybe. That wasn't very clever. Something about that story after all.
I'd like to trade with you.
Good. Here, these are the weapons I have available at the moment.
It's obvious there'd be trouble ahead. There was a time when things would have gone very differently. Must be something about that story after all. Same old story every time. I'm not listening to all the blabbering anymore. Thought that had been cleared up ages ago. It's obvious there'd be trouble ahead. Rely on somebody, and it won't happen again. That's how it goes. I'm not listening to all that lad. Watch what you tell people. But keep it to yourself. Same old story every time. If you think. Well, there was a time when things would have gone very differently. Thought that had been cleared up. Must be something about that story after all. It's obvious that there'd be trouble ahead. Same old story. I bet it came out of the time. I bet it came out. That wasn't very clever. Maybe. As long as I'm not involved. If you think. I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore. That wasn't very clever. Well, hang on. Better not go rushing into anything. Thought that had been cleared up ages ago. Rely on somebody, and you're in trouble. That won't happen again. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. I better keep out of it. Same old. Let's talk about something. I'm not done. That's ever like that change. As long as I'm somebody. Rely on. That won't happen again.
What are you doing here?
Did I give you permission to speak to me? Only joking. Those damn loonies are getting on my nerves. That's why I'm here. Don't speak to me. Pray for forgiveness by the sleeper. Your mission is of extraordinary importance. It's enough to drive a man out of his mind. No wonder they're all crazed round here. I'm Shrat, novice of the first rank, and that's who I'll always remain.
never learn. It's obvious there'd be trouble ahead.
That's really not
I'm not listening to all.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Really, my problem.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I have the healing herbs for Iberian.
Well done. Iberian woke up for a short time while you were out.
Did he say anything?
Yes, he said that the sleeper is not what we think he is. We must try not to awaken him again. All we can do is hope that it is not too late for Iberian.
If you think...
Iberian is dead.
Maybe.
Our spiritual leader has left us. Even your quick help could not prevent his death.
What now, Kor Engar?
I have always trusted Iberian. Shortly before he died, he placed all his hopes on the escape plan of the Magicians of Water.
Then we should support the Magicians of Water in their plan.
They'll need the Focus and the Almanac. Both things are still in Kor Kalam's possession.
Where is Kor Kalam?
In a rage, he set out with a couple of Templars to find his own way to the sleeper.
Damn, how can we get the Focus now?
I believe he left a book and Focus in his laboratory. Here is the key for the chest. One moment.
Yes?
Take this rune of magic as a sign of our gratitude for your great deeds. This will allow you to teleport fast and easily to the courtyard of our temple whenever the need arises.
Thank you.
It's not really my problem. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. You're very probably right. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
As long as I'm not involved. I thought that had been cleared up ages. As long as I'm not involved.
That's really not my problem. I better keep out of it. You have to watch that you tell. Not my problem. Trouble ahead. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. You shouldn't. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. South always people don't need to know it.
Better not to go rushing into it.
I thought that had been cleared up ages or something about that story. Maybe. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Hi, I'm new here.
I'm Kane, a student of Kor Kalam. You must have heard about him, right?
Yeah.
Then you'll know that he's the second man in this camp, after Iberia.
And what's your job?
Well, I help my master prepare his alchemic potions. Mostly swamp weed and mine crawler secretion. The secretion is required very urgently.
I'm not listening to all this blathering anymore.
Some people never learn. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago. Some people never learn. Hang on.
But keep it to yourself.
Unless you know anything. That's really not my problem. his shoes, though.
Leave everything here. There was a time when things would have gone. I'm not listening to all the blat.
Maybe. I'm not listening to all this blabbering.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Same old.
Some people never. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about something else instead.
May the sleeper protect.
If you think. Hang it.
Something about that story
For Gomez!
I want to learn how to handle a two-handed sword.
Okay, let's go through the break.
worrying.
Must be something about that story after all.
People always talk.
Rely on somebody, and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. You have to watch what you tell people. As long as I'm not involved, keep it to yourself.
That wasn't very clever.
I better keep out of it.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
You have to watch what you tell people. Must be something about that story.
Hello?
How's the ore
The old Let me pass!
I bet must be something about that story. You should believe everything you hear. It's obvious. What's the That's really not my problem.
But keep it to yourself.
You're very probably same old story every time.
You're one of us now. Well done. The guards need men like you.
See ya.
Take care of yourself, kid. May I pass through?
I thought that was clear days. Everything you hear.
You shouldn't
People
always
rely on
talk.
somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
People always talk. That won't happen again.
There was a time when
You think anybody's ever gonna visit us? Probably.
Probably right. It was obvious that rely on somebody and you're. Let's talk about it. I thought that was a good story every time.
A new day, and nothing has changed.
You think I'm not listening to all that blathering any... That won't happen again.
Same old story. That wasn't very clever.
Maybe.
People always talk.
There must be something about that.
Same old story every time.
You're very probably right.
Some people never learn.
That won't happen again. There must be something about that
wasn't very clever. There was a time when things would have gone I wouldn't like to be in his...
I'm not listening to all that blathering.
I'd better keep up.
You shouldn't believe me.
It was obvious that there was...
Let's talk about something.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
Same old. As I'm not involved.
I better keep out of it.
It's not really my pride.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. Let's talk about something else instead.
cleared up ages ago. It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Ah, it's you. My friend Lester from the swamp camp told me all you did there. For somebody who hasn't been here for long, you've come quite a way.
I came quite close to becoming worm food a few times, too. I have an important message for the magicians of water.
Then you should talk to Satyrus. He's the highest of the water mages and spends all day studying some writings or other. But no matter how important your message is, the guards of the upper level won't let you through to him.
Can't you put in a good word for me?
I can't, but Kronos, the keeper of the ore, might be able to give you permission.
Where can I find this keeper of the ore?
If you proceed from here, you'll come across the big dwelling cave behind the dam. Kronos is usually at the grid over the big ore mound, but he's a bit arrogant. You'll have to convince him that your message is important. See you later.
You want to destroy the barrier. How exactly do you plan to do that?
We need major amounts of magic ore. We'll release the entire magic power and a great magic rite to blow up the barrier. Of course, such a big amount of ore attracts a lot of rogues and crooks. That's why we need a man to defend our plan.
I have an important message for Satyrus.
What could be so important that our spiritual leader should interrupt his important studies for it?
Iberian, the leader of the sect camp, is dead.
What? How could that happen?
The Brotherhood performed a ritual, invoking their god. It seems the mental strain was too much for Iberian.
That's very sad. Iberian was a reliable ally, but it's no reason to justify interrupting Satyrus' studies.
Kor Kalam has left the Brotherhood with some fanatical Templars. He wants to find the sleeper on his own and wake him up at all costs.
I've never trusted him. Second guru or not, he's vain, insidious, and he's capable of anything. The Brotherhood is better off without him. I'll tell Satyrus about it as soon as I get the chance. Leave now. Step!
The gurus have recognized that they're praying to an evil archdemon.
All of a sudden, they now think their sleeper is a demon? Sounds like another mad idea of the Brotherhood, but should they be right, all of us in the colony here might be in grave danger. You must report to Satyrus at once. He must decide what is to be done.
Where can I find Satyrus?
Go to the upper level. Tell the guards there that you have my permission to pass. The password is Tetriandoch. Satyrus is by the pentagram. He spends almost all day there, studying how to blow up the big ore mound. Step aside!
Keep it to yourself. People don't. Some people never learn. I thought maybe. That won't happen again. It's the same story.
I doubt that's in the language. Stop! Nobody may pass without the password.
Kronos has given me permission.
If that's so, he'd have given you the password. Get lost, you liar.
The password is Tetriandach.
That's right. You may pass.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need problems.
I have important news from the Brotherhood's camp.
If Kronos gave you permission to visit me, it must be important news indeed.
Iberion is dead. He died during the ritual invocation of the Sleeper.
Iberion dead? That's bad news. Very bad news indeed. Who's leading the Brotherhood now? That power-hungry and deceitful Cor Kalam?
No, Kalam has turned his back on the Brotherhood. He's taken some Templars with him. Nobody knows where they've gone.
Why is that? He was in second place after Iberion.
Certain events have convinced the gurus that their way is the wrong one. Their god seems to be an evil archdemon. One of the gurus nearly killed me under the influence of the Sleeper, although I had saved his life just briefly beforehand. Cor Kalam was the only guru who didn't want to admit the true nature of the hellish creature. That's why he's left the camp in the swamp.
I see. Well, at least we're lucky in this regard. Cor Angar is a good man. He's tough, but honest. If anybody can prevent the Brotherhood from falling apart after this spiritual catastrophe, he can.
I have this almanac. Iberion used it to charge the focus.
Very good. We need the knowledge contained in this book to charge the 5 original focus stones. I'll take the almanac.
I have this focus.
You're holding the key that can unlock all our bonds. It's one of the 5 focus stones which were used to create the magic barrier. And with the help of the very same focusing power of these stones, we'll tear down the Great Wall of Energy.
But won't that use up an awful lot of power?
True. But in all these years, we've untiringly collected ore, instead of trading it for luxuries with our jailers. As you must know, each ore nugget contains a certain amount of magic power. With the aid of the energy thus amassed in the ore mound, we'll be able to destroy the magic barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
The explosion will be merely of a magical nature. It will only destroy everything that's been modified by the magic inside the barrier. There is no danger to us human beings.
Here, take the focus. I hope it really will be of some use to your plans with the ore mound. What are you going to do with the focus and the almanac now?
Nothing. We need the 4 remaining focus stones first. Unfortunately, we don't have any of these 4 magic stones.
I'm willing to find the 4 remaining focus stones for you. After all, I'm quite keen on getting out of here sometime myself.
I must warn you, searching for them will prove as difficult as it will be dangerous. Since conflict with the old camp is getting worse every day, I cannot give you any mercenary either. You'll be totally on your own.
Well, that's nothing unusual for me. I'll find a way to organize these things.
Your confidence does you credit, but you'll need some items to assist you. Take this map here. It's old, but on it you'll see the original locations of the focus stones when the barrier was created. Also, this spell scroll will enable you to travel back to our camp faster. Finally, you need to speak to Riordian. He brews the potions for the camp. You'll find him in his hut, here, on the upper level. May you return in one piece.
People always talk.
Hey, you! You've been lucky there. What were you doing it?
Let's talk about something else instead.
Always talk.
That's really not my problem.
Satirus sent me.
Ah, come here. I've already been informed. Here, take these potions. They're potions of all kinds. Now go and bring us the focus stones. These artifacts are our only hope.
Hang on. Better not to go rushing into anything.